The National Taxpayers Union, Mattie Duppler is with us, GOP pollster Chris Wilson, and our own Charlie Gasparino. Charlie, what do you think of that? We don't know what is compromised and switched to get that.
Well, I think it's 22% probably to keep some of the SALT deduction. I mean, that's what I would think.
Well, separately they say no, that it won't be. It might be more about removing the AMT thing. But even still,
I'll tell you, the whole thing is getting screwy, and in this sense. They really backed away from Reagan-esque principles on tax cutting. They basically raised taxes on a lot of people to pay for a big corporate tax cut. The working class people are getting a very marginal tax cut here. They don't pay a lot in federal income taxes to begin with. They paid the payroll tax, as you know. So they did something. They horse traded a tax increase, it looks like, because they didn't take down the rate that much, and they squeezed the deductions to do.
By the way, they had to do a lot of this to meet, the constraints within reconciliation in the Senate. I understand that, but to his point, Mattie, what do you think happens now if we're left with a corporate rate that could both be delayed and hiked a little bit, presumably to pay for other things? I would guess the AMT, it's possible, even though they deny that right now, they adjust with the state and local tax deduction beyond the $10,000 thing. But where do you think this is going?
Yeah, I think keeping the corporate tax rate at 20% is crucial to increase the growth effect of tax reform. And both leadership in the House, the Senate, and of course the president in the White House has been very clear that tax reform is an exercise in getting the economy moving again. Now, there is a lot of pro-growth tax relief built into this bill for individuals and families. I disagree with your other guest's assessment that there's no tax relief for the middle class.
Well, he's just very negative. He's a negative guy.
And there's a lot of negativity about tax reform.
People don't pay a lot of income taxes.
Listen, and I'm with you. I think that we should continue to look at what we can do on payroll tax liabilities as well.
I'm just saying, there's not much tax relief on the other side, on the personal side. I mean, you're giving tax cuts to people that don't pay a lot of income taxes, and that's, I mean, maybe you're giving a little more a child tax credit here and there, but it's not a lot of money.
Then let me ask you, if he's right on that, Chris, other people dispute it, but do you think that when people are crunching the numbers and they find out these numbers aren't that friendly to them, that it might be a case of be careful what you wish for, Republicans, you just might get it?
Well, I think, look, if we're trying to discuss something here that we don't know what the final package is going to be.
It's never stopped me in my career, ever. I just guess.
The bigger issue for Republicans here has been like the messaging around it. And I think that's been our challenge from the Republican Party, is making sure that voters understand that this is going to cut their taxes. And it's, I agree with Mattie, and right now we've kind of lost control of that. In fact, a recent Quinnipiac poll showed that 41% of Americans believe this will actually increase their taxes. And that's just not true. And so it's important, particularly whenever there is a feeling of cynicism toward government that everything that is done in Washington is going to hurt people. Republicans have got to do a better job of helping people understand.
They're rushing it. They're rushing it right now.
There is a tax increase here on the personal side.
They're rushing this right now. With that, we know, Charlie, and whatever the grievance is about.
It's a mess.
Well, right. So now with the Alabama election, they want this settled long before whoever wins that election is seated.
Which would be January 2nd.
Well, we don't know for sure, but how do you feel that that's going to go? The timetable is aggressive.
Yeah, listen, I think rushing it probably helps with passage, because the more you look at what a mess this thing is on the personal side, the less you like it. Again, average people don't pay a lot of federal income tax. They are getting an income tax cut, so they're not getting that much. People are being hosed on this deal. If you live in New York City or New York State and make $200,000 a year.
But those are the only people you talk to.
Yeah, well, they're in California and they're in place else.
Who cares
about them, right? Who cares about them? I'm just telling you that people, there is a tax increase here for a lot of people to pay for
a lot of them, not on your little, pricey coast.
You don't think they pay tax? You don't think they pay taxes? There's state and local income taxes in Iowa.
Have you forgotten Kansas?
Ohio,
Utah.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of places.
Texas.
Do you know how many places have
North
a state
Carolina,
and local income tax?
South Carolina.
Do you know how many
places? There's a lot of places with really bad tax policy,
Mattie,
too.
He seems to me to be an elitist. He seems to be an elitist. What do you think?
I'm just saying that these guys want a corporate income tax cut be paid for by people in New York.
She dislikes everything you're saying, Mattie.
Here's the thing. You talk about taxpayers in New York. Of course, these people pay taxes, but they don't vote for Republicans, and that's part of the reason that they're in a high tax. That's why you're in a high tax state. And here's the thing.
So this is class warfare.
This is not a bill that is going after taxpayers. It's a bill that's trying to spread out tax relief.
You're screwing Peter King.
Chris Wilson, will it be any different? Let's say this this Alabama race goes the Democrats' way, and they're not wrapped up in time to settle this. That new senator gets seated, they don't have much wiggle room then it looks to be dicey, doesn't it?
Look at,
no,
if I'm talking about reforming the tax code,
right.
I want Republicans writing that bill, not Democrats.
All right,
if we
Chris,
lose
what
a
do
seat
you
in the
think?
Senate, we're in
Is
trouble.
that more of a roll of the dice
I can't say
now?
much better than what. I can't see it much better than what Mattie did, but I do think it makes a difference. The difference will probably be that Mike Pence will be the deciding vote on it, and it still passes ultimately.
Guys, I want to thank you all very much. Sorry to jump on you, but I did enjoy it.